what it is.
This is the Radio Twins
Experience.
And
I'm CJ,
I'm JJ.
and we bringing you yet another show.
Right. And if you ever want to check us out, go to www.theradiotwins.com.
THERAYDIOTWINS. I gotta say it with a little speed, but I gotta slow it down because most of our fans have been literally saying, y'all say it too quick. So we just want to make sure it's the Radio Twins, but we spell radio with the Y, like Ray, D-O-R-A-Y.
And this week we're going to be discussing
Sci-fi movies.
And we know there's a large portion of people who love sci-fi.
Right,
Star
that would
Wars,
be me.
Right. And we're going to talk about some movies that may be coming out in the near future. But that's going to be interesting.
Some of the characters that we do like,
Right.
some of the characters we don't like, and there are a lot. I ain't gonna say a few, but there's a lot. So where you want to begin?
We're in August, so we pretty much don't have much left of the year.
Right, and all of the movies that we were going to go see throughout the year they all gotten pushed back. So, and I love my Avengers, I love anything about Marvel, but I do not want to see any of this stuff on the app. Wait until we get this vaccine for the coronavirus,
Right.
and then we can go. I want to see this stuff in the theaters, and I don't want to spend $20-$30 for a movie as opposed to an $8 ticket.
$8. It might be more than that.
Well, normally a ticket may be roughly between $8 and $16.
Okay.
But I'm noticing when they bring movies onto your TV or the app, it's like $25-$30. Nah, son.
To some degree, I want to see movies on the big screen.
Right.
How about the big screen, meaning your TV?
No, when you're looking at a scene from any movie, I don't care what kind of movie it is, sci-fi, gangster, love story, whatever, the reaction of the crowd that's sitting around you, usually that also factors into when you're looking at a movie. So I don't want to see it in the confines. It's already bad enough I got to stay in the house most of the time because of this pandemic, but
Right.
I want to be able to feel that vibe of when somebody gets shot or when somebody gets hit or they fly through the air or I want to see and feel that vibe. That's a part of the whole going to the theater to look at a movie.
One movie that we're waiting to see is Black Panther 2. And from what we know, if I'm correct, he will have a
And if he's not correct, I'm going to correct him.
love interest. And who shall it be, or who shall it?
Hopefully it'll be
Storm.
Along with Nyong'o, I forget her first name. She literally played somewhat of the love interest to Black Panther in the first Black Panther. That could make for a great movie with just them three right there. I want to know who's going to play Storm because I heard that Janelle Monáe was up for playing that.
Storm. And when you look at the character of Storm and then you compare it to her features,
Right.
That's her.
Right.
I believe
Like,
that's her.
in the comic books, Storm had this. At one time, she had like I wouldn't say jet, but like pure white hair. And at one point, she almost looked like a rocker. And we know Janelle Monáe has all kinds of looks. And she could pull off that rocker look with white hair.
Right.
So, yeah, but before we even get to Black Panther 2, there are movies that were set this year, like Black Widow.
The new Mutants.
They said they made this as a scary horror flick superhero movie, which has never been done.
That's new territory because, like, in my mind, and he had to explain it to me because I was thinking when you see a superhero movie,
Right.
you tend to see superhero. You never put it in the mind frame of horror flick.
Right. Don't get me wrong. I don't really like horror flicks, but hey, I'll roll with it when I need to roll with it.
It's going to be interesting because
So you want to see it too?
I definitely want to see
Okay.
it because it's different. A lot of the movies that are supposed to be coming out, I believe Godzilla versus Kong.
Never again will I go see a movie called Godzilla. Sorry.
Bloodshot.
Yeah, that was another movie that came out already.
Right.
Now, but Marvel has Black Widow. That movie was supposed to come out in April.
Right.
But it got pushed to November of this year. And then the Eternals, which is also a part of Marvel, the Eternals movie was supposed to come out in November, but now they got moved up from November to February of next year, 2021. So all of the scheduling movies, Black Panther 2, Doctor Strange 2, Black Widow,
The Matrix 4,
and John Wick.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that.
That's coming out the same day. John Wick 4 and Matrix 4 are coming out the same day, but
Oh,
I
wow.
also just found out that John Wick is actually recording and doing John Wick 4 and 5 at the same time. So it won't be too long after John Wick 4 comes out. I'd go see both movies. I just hope they really are thinking of all of this through, because they said that they're going to release both movies on the same day. I'm like, dude, I know you rich, but like, you really want to put 2 different movies on the same day? That's kind of, I don't know. Hey, maybe they know something we don't.
A movie called A Quiet Place Part 2.
Yeah, that came out on Netflix, right?
I believe so.
The first one, anyway. That was pretty cool. I saw bits and pieces of it. So I guess it was so big they wanted to make 2. Another movie that's coming out is called Morbius.
Okay.
That was supposed to come out this summer in July.
Yeah.
But they moved that. But the reason why that may be a real big hit is because right now they're trying to take the Spider-Man character
Yeah.
and have him have the Spider-Verse, because everybody knows that Marvel has Spider-Verse.
Also, Fast and Furious 9.
Right. That's
I don't even know which ones I've seen. I think I've seen at least 4 of them. And another is Ghostbusters Afterlife.
I don't know if I'm gonna waste any money unless a chick want to take me or spend money on me, because I'm not. Venom is another one. Venom 1 was good. Venom 2 is coming out. So,
Which is the Carnage. I believe that's what it's called.
right, and that's where you will get now Morbius, Venom, and Spider-Man all connecting in their movie. So hopefully they'll do that right.
And if I'm correct, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. That should be interesting.
Yes, that's another part of Marvel's Phase 4, and hopefully they work that out as well as they did for the last movie, which was Avengers Endgame. So
And Top Gun, which is Maverick, not my type
I'm sorry,
of
did I just yawn?
Yeah, and The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. That might be interesting. I don't like a whole lot of horror flicks, even though this is
Yeah, the last one I
sci-fi.
saw was
Like-
the Blair Witch Project, and that was a long time ago, and I'm really not. No, I saw, what was the one where death comes to get you? And it had like 4 or 5 parts to it.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name. It comes to
If you all remember, just send us an email.
Final Destination, I think it was called.
That's it.
And then we have
Jurassic World Domination.
I was getting ready to say Park.
The first Jurassic Parks, the three movie trilogy, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Then they started making Jurassic World, so that was pretty good too.
But there's also
I loved it because it had dinosaurs and stuff in it.
And speaking of back then,
No, you should say, speaking of dinosaurs,
Indiana Jones 5.
I didn't really like the first 4. I'm good on that.
But yeah.
No.
And there are a handful of others about Space Jam, which the soundtrack of the particular song was done by R. Kelly.
But I'm sure that's a kid movie, so
And this one is called Space Jam: A New Legacy. So
do we really even want to see another movie like that? No.
We'll be talking more about other movies that will be coming out.
Great movies, whack movies, and those that are in between.
Right.
I love
We
dealing
can't
with this.
forget about Mission Impossible 7
And 8. Yeah, now I love those set of movies as well. You just gotta look at. I'm good on movies like that too. The Suicide Squad. The first one was called Suicide Squad.
Right.
This one is called The Suicide Squad. So of course Will Smith is not going to be in this one, which I think is kind of stupid. But what can I say?
And of course, you're gonna have Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, and I think this is the Halloween.
Yeah. The last one that
franchise.
came out that Jamie Lee Curtis was in, it scored big, and so
it did?
Yeah, and I can't wait. I might wait to see that on video too. I'm not really a big Halloween fan, but I do like the fact that she's like in her 50s, 60s,
Right.
and she scored big on Halloween weekend with the last Halloween movie, which was like 2 years ago. So,
And Shazam 2. That's another movie.
yeah, I'm definitely waiting on that. I'm waiting for Shazam and Superman to meet.
And Into the Spider-Verse, I believe you mentioned that too.
Yeah.
So-
And then I also heard that they're redoing one of my favorite movies, the Justice League, but they're calling it Justice League, the Snyder version or the Snyder Cut, which is going to air on HBO.
They're also doing a Flash movie, and they're also doing an Aquaman 2, which
Right.
made a lot of money.
Right. I'm still waiting on the Green Lantern movie.
But here's my thing. I like DC Comics. but for some apparent reason, I lean more towards Marvel.
I love both, but
Right.
everybody knows I'm a big Marvel fan, but the DC Comics is on a come up. I just wish they had the correct writers, the correct directors, so they can kind of play out the way, I wouldn't say exactly the way that Marvel has, but they are sitting on gold mines right now. Right now, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Shazam, all of those could just be so on point, but that's probably why they're making the Snyder Cut too.
Right.
Because Justice League movie, for me, was good, but it could have been way better.
So, with that being said, if you ever want to see us if you want to ever see us or what we're doing, you can always go to our website, which is
www.theradiotwins.com. That's THERADIOTWINS.com.
And if you want to check us out on all social media platforms, you follow us, we follow you back, which is Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, where you can check this. Our website, where you can check this, all of it.
Yeah.
We're on it. And with that being said, love your loved ones today, because tomorrow is never promised.
And you only got one life to live. Live it right, because again, let's just do this right, because you do it right the first time, you ain't got to worry about going back and try to do it.
Right.
Or do over.
I'm JJ.
I'm CJ.
We're the Radio Twins, and this is
the Radio Twins Experience.
Check you out the next time.
Deuces.
Peace.